Hello, and welcome to this episode of Talking About Rock. Here we bring you rock interviews from veteran and upcoming artists. We're always available wherever you get your podcasts on all the streaming services. And follow us on our social media and on our website, talkingaboutrock.com. On this episode, we have for you Hearts and Hand Grenades, an explosive American hard rock group from Buffalo, New York, bursting with an edgy sound for all generations of true rock. They will release their third studio album, Where I Begin, through Eclipse Records, January 26th. Next up, Hearts and Hand Grenades on Talking About Rock. Okay, we now have with us Stephanie and Mike from Hearts and Hand Grenades. Welcome back.
Hello.
Hello, thanks for having us again.
Yeah, definitely. So I think when we last spoke, you guys were just getting ready to record the new album, I think, and head out to start doing that. Can you tell us a little bit about that journey?
Yeah, it was a long one. These songs that are on this album are actually some of them are 2 years old. Just we wanted to really take our time and put maximum effort into this album and make sure it came off as our best one yet. And we think it did. We actually started some of the recording process 2 years ago, and then slowly had a bunch of different recording sessions leading up to I think the end of June of this year, and then the whole mixing and mastering process started after that. And I think we finished it maybe two months ago.
Yeah.
So
okay.
yeah.
About there, yeah. So these songs are very, very strong. You know, the songs are so emotional. It's so driven. You know, is that something that both you get involved with, or Stephanie, is that something you come up with? Because you could feel when you're singing those songs, right? There's definitely a picture in your mind that that's driving that, right?
Yeah, I think it's more a lyrical thing, at least for me. If you ask Mike what the words are to almost all of our songs, he doesn't know.
Well, that's not his job to know, really, right?
Exactly, right. So a lot of that is driven by, I think, when I get to putting the lyrics to the music.
Yeah, and you just feel the music, and you kind of feel what it kind of is all about.
Absolutely.
And kind of play to the song. Yeah, I really like the tracks. Very, very good stuff. Definitely, So you guys got the new single coming out. We're going to check that out in a little bit. But you also did a second tour of the UK. You went back and did some more dates, which I thought was outstanding. Tell us about that. Did you go out again with Adam and the Hellcats, or what was that?
No, we went out with two totally different bands, and we actually split up the tour half and half with two different UK bands. So we brought Soul Switch from Florida with us. They were with us the whole time. And then we had Mikey Ball and the Company was the UK band that we had on the first half, and then we had Molly Karloff on the second half. But we did end up playing one show with Adam and the Hellcats again. It was one of the last shows that we played, so we got to hang out with those guys one more time.
Nice. So you're really getting involved in the music scene out there and different bands and stuff. Are they approaching you to do stuff then out there? Is that kind of how that's working out, or?
Yeah, it's nice to, you start to build not just a fan base out there, but kind of like the friendships that you make within the circle of bands that you tour with. So yeah, we've been in talks with those bands. We'll see what happens the next time we go back there. Maybe we'll get to meet up with some of the ones that we've already been with. Obviously maybe we'll meet some new ones, and we'll just keep the circle growing.
Very, very cool. Yeah, definitely. Well, it definitely seems that, hard rock and metal is back on the rise, I think. Mike, what are your thoughts on that? I know it's really big over there, not so much here, but it definitely seems to be growing again like it used to.
Yeah, it is like, I don't think it ever died. If you look at some of these, massive festivals that they have even the US here annually, they're just almost sold out. They're massive. They have some of the biggest bands in the world playing them, and they're just still showing that the whole scene is still there, and it's still going strong. But as far as like the UK goes, they never ever stop their insanity for it at any point. I mean, it's just no matter where you go, it doesn't matter. These guys love their live music. They like, especially original live music. They don't care about cover bands so much at all there.
Right.
When we go, it's we're received extremely well. They love our music. They love everything about the band, and every show that we do, it seems there's more and more people showing up, and repeat. We've found a
Yeah.
few crazies over there that actually followed us around
Yep.
to city to city to city, and then they were up at 4 or 5 shows while we were there.
Wow, that had to make you feel great that you're really building a strong fan base over there.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You meet some really, really receptive people to, what you're doing and what you're putting out there, and they just genuinely like the music. They're good people, like so yeah, it's cool to make some friends while we're over there too. It's not just fans, you really get to know them when they follow you around like that. So it was fun.
Yeah, I'm thinking that the music environment in general must be so different. Here it's all driven by like Spotify and videos and stuff. And it's not so much airplay like it used to be back in the day. You know
Right.
what I mean? Have you talked to any of the people about that there to kind of see like what they listen to, what they get into, how do they get their music?
Yeah, they get their stuff pretty much the same way that we do. I mean, they
Yeah.
listen on Spotify, they watch the YouTube videos, they listen to, their active rock radio stations that are there as well as internet rock. I mean, the whole schmeal the same way that we do here. I think the difference, the major difference between, here and there is they're just, drive to show up to live shows. They just want to be there and they want to be a part of, the
Yeah.
show. They want to meet the band. They want to hang out afterwards. They treat us like royalty when we go over there. They're extremely friendly towards us, and just they just genuinely want to know who we are, and what we,
Yeah.
how we've got to the point where we're at right now, and that they just look forward to coming and see us in the future as well. So
Right.
it's
So do you guys have any meet and greets, or do you just do like a little after party or something like that? Or
Not like officially, but we're very much involved in every aspect of what a Hearts and Hand Grenades show is, so we're hanging out before the set. We like to watch the other bands. We're not that band that goes and hides in the back and then you only see them on stage and then they hide again. Hell no. We're
right, right.
out, we're watching yeah, we want to watch the opening bands. We're at the merch table. We're around before and after our sets. We want to talk to people. So we're very visible, and it makes it a lot of fun, I think, for us and for the fans that come to see us. It's an experience for them that they didn't have to pay extra for, and just because we're okay meeting them, and they're excited to meet us. So yeah, it's a lot of fun for everybody.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the key nowadays, just relating to the fans and being accessible, not just, jumping on stage and then you're at the merch table, taking some time and talk with them. I talk to artists over and over again about this, the more you connect with your fan base, you know what I mean? That's
Mhm.
definitely where it's at. And obviously with social media, they want to chat, they want to know stuff about you and stuff. And then when you're out there, yeah, I'm sure that it's a total, 360 from out there to here in Buffalo. They're probably like, so what's it really like there, right? They're probably like, what's
Yeah.
really going on there? What's going on with the Bills and stuff like that. I'm sure you had those type of questions.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
cool. It's fun. It's just it's different. Like it's similar, but it's different. I mean, if that makes any sense at all, But it's cool to put yourself in a totally different country and meet people that genuinely are there because they love your music, and they're singing the words back. Like for me to be on stage and have a crowd of people singing my songs is like
That's the
it's the best
best.
feeling. Yeah,
That's
it's
the
amazing.
best feeling, right? They know you're listening to your material, and they're really getting into it. And when you connect, especially when you connect like with a song with someone and they
Mhm.
know that, that's I that's got to be the whole deal for you, right?
Oh,
Once they're like into it and they know that,
yep.
it
Yeah.
made all that time, all that recording time kind of worth it, right?
Oh,
We can give you a quick funny UK story real quick. We played the Hard Rock Hell festival this time around, and we've actually been invited to come back again and play their festival again next year. So that's when we're probably planning on doing our UK tour around for next year. But at this festival back in August that we played at, me and Steph went out to go get something to eat, and this is at the O2 Academy. It's an arena-sized venue, and in fact, the Goo Goo Dolls just played that same venue 2 weeks before us.
Right.
So we left the arena to go get something to eat, and we came back, and we could not find our way back in, and it was yeah.
Like,
Well, you guys had badges on, right? So they
we had wristbands.
Yeah.
So we went around to the front, and there's this huge line. This is before the place even opened. There's a huge line out front. So me and her got in line.
right.
And
You guys should do that before shows sometime, like sneak in line to start talking to people. You know, that would be great.
Yeah. After a minute of thinking about this, I'm like, wait a minute. Like, we don't need to wait in the line.
The cool thing was, while we were waiting in line, looking at the people, they're wearing Hearts and Hand Grenade shirts. They already had our shirts.
They already had your merch.
They
Yeah.
already had it, and it was so we we kind of cut the line and skipped over to security and said, hey, how do we get in here? We're playing.
Yeah, don't mind us, but we got locked out of the back, or we're not sure.
Like, so they lifted up the gate. They're like, come on. Yeah, Americans.
You silly Americans, I'm sure.
Like, I don't know what's going on. Somebody let me in.
That's great. That's excellent, man.
Yeah.
All right. So let's take a quick break, and we'll check out the latest single for Burned by My Fire from Hearts and Hand Grenades, and we'll be right back here on Talking About Rock.
Conspiracy, don't underestimate it.
Okay, we're back here on Talking About Rock with Mike and Stephanie, Hearts and Hand Grenades, just checking out the latest single. Great stuff, great energy to your music as always. Your fans are definitely loving this. You're getting a lot of love from the UK, and that's amazing. You guys are starting to play more shows out our way too. Also, you got any favorite bars or clubs that you've played or that you'd like to play, or any thoughts about that?
Yeah, there is one, that we played it a couple years ago, but it wasn't as Hearts and Hand Grenades. It was actually more than a few years ago. Wow. But we ended up playing the Talon Ballroom several years back for the Shred and Reagan Halloween party time ago. And that's a venue that we want to get back to, in the main room there. But that's going to take a little bit more, growing a bigger fan base before we're able to do that, unless we latch onto a national or whatever the case is. But so that's really a great place. Sounds amazing in there, and it's a fun venue to play. So
yeah,
but yeah, I mean, we do have some local ones that we're playing the Evening Star again in November.
November 17th, you guys are playing the Evening Star. Yep.
Yeah, so we have that one, and then we have December 9th in Rochester. We're playing the
Photo City Music Hall. Yep.
Yeah, we're opening for Josie Scott. Is the original lead singer of Saliva.
Yeah, I saw that show. That sounds excellent. Yeah, that's supposed to be a really, really cool venue for sure. A lot of folks have been playing there.
Yeah. So that's all we got local for now, but we'll
possibility of a US run maybe happening in the first half of the next year. So we'll see though. We're still working on that one.
Still working on some more stuff, guys. All right. Got any plans for the holidays that are going to be coming up? Are you guys going to take any time or take a break at all, or just keep going?
Yeah. No, we kind of slow down around the holidays just to sort of decompress. We work on the logistical end of things, the planning ahead for the tours, and what the release of the new album's going to look like. So we'll probably take a little break, or at least slow down enough, maybe through into the spring, before we start kicking everything back off again. But it's nice to do. We had a pretty exciting 2023 so far, so it's nice to take a little break.
Yeah, definitely. You guys definitely have a lot going on for sure. So departing thoughts. So guys, what do you think about the Bills this year? Kind of back and forth. What's going on? Any thoughts about that? You guys Bills fans or follow them at all?
Yeah, we're Bills fans. I mean, they're highly inconsistent up to this point.
Unfortunately, right?
Yeah, it's not looking
the blood pressure.
Yeah, right. You always see that online, right?
It's not looking pretty right now, but hopefully they'll be able to get out of this rut they're in, and
we'll see.
Start winning by some bigger margins.
Yes, that would be great.
Yeah, that would be very good. Well, thank you so much for coming back with us. New album's out January 26th, Where I Begin, from Hearts and Hand Grenades. You folks out there can check it out. And if you're in the area here, November 17th, Evening Star Concert Hall in Niagara Falls. December 9th, you guys play Rochester, Photo City Music Hall with Josie Scott Saliva, original voice Saliva. So that should be a killer show. Yeah. Awesome.
Excellent.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time with us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
All right.